Hi, I'm Fiesel, and I'm here with the runners from our Aladdin game that we just saw there. What a race. That's a pretty amazing race. I got Countdown 42 here with me, Rib Killa, and P. Call.
That's me.
It's you. So, guys, that was a really close race, especially there at the end. First, I got to ask Rib Killa, how did that feel when you saw that you pulled ahead of Patty so early on?
How did it feel, Rib Killa?
Yeah.
Felt good. It was a new, fantastic point of view on the race, to be honest.
Now, at that point, I saw you really focus up. I mean, I saw you were like breathing, trying to, keep your heart rate down in between the levels.
I was very nervous, very excited, just happy to be there.
Right.
Me too.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then,
I was really happy for you.
yeah, I
was.
was on cloud nine, man.
I was honestly stoked for the "I can't believe you lost to Rib Killa" comments. I'd be like, yeah, he had a good run.
I was telling people were asking, and I'm like, it's anybody's game. Killa's
It
been
really
practicing, Patty's been practicing. It was
Our PBs are all within like 10 seconds of each other. I'm
They're
pretty sure.
pretty close. I think you have the best PB of the three.
I definitely do.
Oh, you definitely do. Okay.
get out of here. He thought I did before the race. I had to correct him.
Totally did. I had no idea.
But see, the deaths in this game are pretty punishing. You can get sent back pretty far. I mean, do you guys ever race this, and do you find that it matters much who's got the better PB once you get down to racing?
Not really
Yeah, when it
at
comes
all.
to a race
Anything can
situation.
happen.
And if you game over, you don't have the sheet anymore. So Killa and I were on real thin ice there in Palace 3 going into the final boss. And that's why when you saw him die to the snake, he didn't have the sheet. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And races usually end up like we'll get 2 or 3 stages in and just be like, hey,
You want to
you want to reset?
You want to reset that?
Yeah, let's all reset.
Yeah, no
And you
resets
just
here.
start it over.
Deaths in the run is very punishing, especially in the auto scrollers too.
Yeah, I'm surprised if we all made it through the auto
Yeah.
scrollers. That was the
good.
easy part for us, and apparently stage 1-2 for me was the killer.
That's right. Yeah, you were put behind pretty early on because of that mistake, and they actually managed to keep that lead on you through most of the race. And
Yeah, they were like I think once after
Thank
that
you for
happened, everybody
reminding
kind of. Oh no, because Killa died in Cave of Wonders.
Yeah.
So Killa and I were then equalized, and Patty was ahead.
Yeah, and then cloud jump. That cloud, it's tricky.
Yeah.
You can skip
Yeah.
with that pattern. You can skip over those parts.
The last
and
part.
You have to be on the very, very edge of the cloud, and it's not a very forgiving.
And that's a good.
You can watch
Area.
my VOD.
And that's a
I did
good
it.
example of instead of spamming, holding it, because if you spam it, you won't really make it over. You have to hold it so you can get that vertical.
It's a deceptively technical game.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That's what we're getting
and
at.
But it's the easiest game we've ever played.
easiest game we were
Well-
told repeatedly.
Easiest
It's a
game I've
mashers.
played.
It's a mashers game.
Do you really need to have good mashing speed to do?
Oh, yeah.
to do this?
It doesn't. It's not like.
Or not.
It's not imperative, but
It helps.
It definitely
it's
helps.
Like, it's like arm pumping almost. A little more effective than arm pumping, I think, in Super Metroid.
It makes a difference. You can tell.
Definitely. It's
Throughout
like.
the
And you can. Yeah.
I think a human can mash and get like 15 extra pixels per jump or something like that.
That sounds
Or
about right.
15% more distance from their jump.
I concur.
That's
I
All right, I
concur.
got you, Hulk. I'm listening.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what do you think was the most challenging part of that game for you to prepare for? I know that Jafar fight can be, pretty bad if you don't get it right, and obviously that final boss. But I mean, what else should we be worried about if we were to pick up that game to speedrun?
Generally speaking, the code Genie Jafar Aladdin Abu is a speedrunner's friend when it comes to
Yeah.
practicing because it takes you past the auto-scroller level. So it puts you right at Genie,
Yeah.
which is an incredibly technical stage, all of them. And then after Genie, you've got the Egypt level, which is, if not more, just as technical as the Genie stage. And personally, I don't think Jafar's levels are
That bad, no.
that big of a deal, but it's those 2 stages in the middle.
I'd say definitely just knowing when to mash sheet and then when to throw apples as well. Apples are a big part of the run too, because you need to hit them to stun enemies to go through them. So that helps a lot.
And what the one thing I did want to add though was that Palace 3, as you saw, at least from me.
I was watching you play Palace 3, yeah.
I thought so. If you screw up or if you don't have a lot of hearts, waiting for the lava cycle to go up and down, and you have to go under that low-hanging ceiling. You can lose a lot of time there if you're not if you're not good with your hearts and your timing.
So I noticed there's quite a disparity in the leaderboards. I think the best time is a 16:22 or something like that.
Violet
Yep.
Hulk,
And there's,
yep.
but the times, even pretty top tier times, they'll still run up in the 17-minute range and higher. I mean, what
Hulk
makes
is a
the difference?
robot.
Yeah.
That's,
Hulk is
that's
just that much
what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
above the competition.
Him and Joe, I think, are the only ones with 16s.
There's
Is
two
that-
or
is there
three
two
more.
more?
I think
There's a
there's two or
couple
three
in the
more.
16s.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
what does it take to get sub 17 in this game?
Practice.
Practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
practice.
like I said, knowing when to mash sheet, and just there's the like I know you mentioned to it during the run, the new Apple route. So I mean, just new routing, learning it, and just all the little time savers throughout stages, like when spamming sheet and stuff like that. So
And I think that even like what I brought up, the lava cycles in Palace 3, that is like, I think that was the main reason that I didn't get a 16 in my PB was because I just sat there and waited. And like that's like the most costly mistake without dying.
then the boss fights too. Snake, you can save so much time if you do it correctly,
Snake is also, yeah, it's like a super laggy fight. So if you can
Yeah.
manage it and like throw apples at the eggs.
or it can destroy your career.
It's the easiest game I've ever played.
Okay. Well, what about future plans for this game? Are you just giving it up entirely after this? Just,
Well, I have to.
yeah, you said you're
He's
gonna
already
quit now.
promised.
I am done. This was it.
I might go
Bittersweet.
for a 16.
I still might play more. I might go for it.
Wow, liar.
Well, you never know. People come out of retirement all the time.
Same.
All right. Well, thanks for talking with us today. That was a really exciting race. Thank you very much for doing that.
That was
Thanks
fun.
for having us.
Thanks
It
for
was
having
fun.
us.
Yeah. Thanks
Well-
everyone for having us.
Coming up next, we've got Typing of the Dead with Peaches, and it looks like they're pretty much ready over there, so we're going to throw it over to them.
Make sure to stick around.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, Peaches.
All right, looks like we're ready for the Typing of the Dead Any Percent run by Peaches. We're going to get started right away.
Oh, okay. Let me get back to the title screen.
Thank you for rescuing me.
Might have time to get in a quick donation here. I've got $250 from Matt M. 229. Says, thanks for all the great runs this year. The Mario Maker race yesterday was thrilling. Thanks, Matthew.
Sure am. Are you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready to watch you do it.
Okay. Can I mic check you?
Yo, mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Perfect.
What?
Okay. Am I good to go?
We're live.
Okay. I guess I'll just go ahead and get started then. So on 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Peaches, and this is Typing of the Dead. It's kind of like a port of the old light gun arcade game House of the Dead 2, except instead of shooting zombies with a gun, you type the words on their chest, and it's pretty fun. I encourage everyone at home to play along, and I guess whoever types it first in chat, you can feel good about yourself. So the first level is pretty straightforward. The game has really, really good voice acting. I should probably mention that. That zombie, actually, it's sort of like a mini auto-scroll where you can... you don't actually have to kill him right away. No matter how quickly that you kill him, the girl will still run away. So I purposely make a couple typos to lower my rank. And that actually can help for a couple of reasons. Actually, I'm going to let this guy die first. He gets a swift kick in the butt and dies. That actually speeds things up, because if you save him, he actually stands up and says thank you. So I don't want to have him waste my time. getting a bad rank can help for a couple different reasons. The first is that you get fewer points, which makes it less likely that you'll get a 1-up at the end of the level. And it'll also make the scaling difficulty go up a bit slower. This here is a mission, so I'm going to kill my combo meter here on purpose, and then let these guys hit me. Otherwise, you have to keep on killing zombies for like the whole 30 seconds. So I do want to take that hit. So I have a combo meter up in the top left, and the more that I type in a row without making a typo, it'll fill up faster. And when it fills up, I get an extra 1-up. So sometimes I want that, and sometimes I don't. Can let her die as well. As you type, and the further that you get in the game, the difficulty kind of scales up a bit, and you get harder words, and you get less time to type them. So if you get worse ranks, it goes a bit slower. So anytime I get some of those kind of semi-auto scroll zombies where I don't have to type right away, I'm going to try to make typos on purpose. So this is the first boss. He doesn't really have any kind of gimmick. He just walks at you and you have to type his words. Ugh. Those are not on purpose. Okay. So now he just has 3 hits left, and I gotta kill the back guy. So a note about the scaling difficulty. One of the things that makes the difficulty go down is if you use a continue, you get kind of like a temporary, I guess, handicap to the difficulty. So at the end of the next level, I'll be doing, I'll be using a credit on purpose in order to kind of tank the difficulty. And if you get top 10, you get an extra life in the ranking here. So it's generally good to avoid that because I want to try to, I guess, have control over how much life I have. The run is kind of routed out for that.
Have we got time for one quick donation?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, Anonymous sends in $1,000. And he says, moo moo moo, moo moo moo, moo. Time for a few more? Peaches?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, we got a $50 anonymous donation. It says, love the work that you guys do with GDQ. Always willing to donate to such an incredible cause. Also, save the animals or my girlfriend will kill me.
Okay, that was pretty good RNG on that. Sometimes these guys walk really, really slowly down this hallway, and sometimes you have to wait until the timer is at like 18. That was one of the first items. Oops. A tranquilizer is good luck there. Those can be different things in those boxes. Tranquilizers make zombies a little bit easier for a bit. I'm going to mash the home row because every once in a while he throws axes that are on the home row, so sometimes you'll just like instantly pop both of those. And I'm going to get that life on purpose because this bat is really fast. This is just a marathon strat. I've actually game overed on that guy a lot. Sometimes it's a number and I'm just not ready. So here's a route option. I could type the key and open the door, but I'd actually rather not. So that'll make me go into the tower. These guys are all home row too. Or I try to get them all to be home row. So that guy actually does not get up and say thank you, so it's okay to save him.
Have I got time for one more?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. This one is $100 from Ethan King. Says, always a joy to watch games from my childhood getting destroyed in such imaginative ways. Remember, save the animals so that one day they can save you. Keep up the great work, everyone. One more here from Whisper R, AWR. It's $100 and says, easiest donation I ever made. Kill the animals. Sentoki sends in $20 and says, this is for singing A Whole New World. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
B-Powder has a $10 donation for us and says, loving this event. Best week ever. Thanks for all the great entertainment. We've got a $500 donation from LHC. Says, why hasn't this been funded yet? Tabasco sends in $50 and says, hi from France. Let's help Les Médecins Sans Frontières and throw those $50 to the cow level. By the way, beautiful voice on Aladdin's Race.
So that was the first credit that I'm using on purpose. I try to use it right before this boss here. The reason being that his kind of gimmick here is that he opens and closes his chest, and you can only type while his chest is open. So it's open for longer if you use a credit. Ugh. Okay, so I only missed the one cycle on one of those. That's pretty good. So I'm sure you've noticed that a bunch of these phrases are pretty silly. This game actually has a really, really huge dictionary, and it's like total RNG what passages that you get. So these are not the same every time. In fact, they're almost never the same. Maybe every once in a while I'll get a run that uses like two of the same in one run. But otherwise, it's a really huge dictionary, and someone found some way to like, I guess, decode the Dreamcast version of it. Like, I guess on the PC version, it's really hard to extract the dictionary, but someone found a way to do it on the Dreamcast, and it's really, really huge. So it adds kind of a cool random element to the run. You never know what passages you're going to get. I gotta make sure to type the top guy here first. If you do not type that top guy first, he'll attack this guy. And you have to go down a really, really slow path. Oops. And I want to take that hit on purpose because I need to thin out my life a little bit. Because I'm gonna get a 1-up after I get like 2 more passages. There's that 1-up. You actually don't have to kill these guys at all, so I'll let Smeghead go. Okay, good tranquilizer there. What's in the item boxes are sometimes random. Some of them are set, so I ignored that second one because oops. Okay, I'm okay with taking 1 hit there for sure. Sometimes there'll just be like score items in the boxes, and sometimes it'll be a life. And I don't want either of those. So having 1 HP going into this next area is pretty good, but also kind of risky, because the boss is like this 3-headed Hydra that asks you questions, and you have to type the correct answer to the question. And sometimes they have these trick questions that'll get you, and I hope I don't get tricked. Lollipop is one of my least favorite words to type. Oh, he got me. I don't know my kings. So it is okay to use a continue there. It's just a little bit earlier than I normally would, but that's fine. It actually will make his second phase easier. What I was hoping to do on that king question was when he starts attacking, you get like a short period of time where he tells you the right answer. And I was hoping to type it quick enough, but I just couldn't commit. I'm meshing enter up, enter here, because it's just confirming my name as quickly as possible. Okay.
Have a moment for a few more donations, Peaches?
Yeah, sure.
I have a $25 donation from Chad Wallig. It says, I've been watching GDQs for years and make sure to donate each event, but I realized I hadn't made my donation this year yet. How time gets away from you when you're watching amazing runs. You are also amazing. Keep it up.
So that mission is normally where I would want to use a continue, so I was really only a couple passages early. Okay, I really want that guy to live. If he gets strike down, that's a really bad path. Okay. Jeez, holy cow.
Just want to give everyone a quick update on the Pokemon Blue reverse badges run. We are almost halfway towards that $50,000 incentive. So if you want to see that, make sure that you start donating now.
This here is my favorite boss. He doesn't have a gimmick. He just runs at you and has you type really long sentences, but sometimes they're pretty funny. So I hope I get good luck and get some good ones. All right, those are pretty good.
Some pretty good luck there.
Got a couple of big donations I'd like to get in here, if that's okay?
Yeah, go for it.
$500 from Anonymous. He says, you guys are amazing and save the animals. I've got a $100 donation from Avalon. Says, great runners and a greater cause. Let's buck the trend and save some animals. I've got another $500 anonymous donation. Says, the cow level is a lie. One more anonymous sends in $500 and says, thanks SGDQ for the week of entertainment for a good cause. Shout out to my boy Pickle. Let's get that palette swap glitch met. Thank you to all the donators. Thank you everyone, big and small.
So this year, I really hope it's a genre dictionary. It was not. That's unlucky. If you get a genre dictionary, everything will be kind of the same. It'll be like ham sandwich, turkey sandwich, salami sandwich, and they're way easier than these passages. So that actually cost me a decent amount of time. I'm going to thin out my HP to get just one here, and getting hit by these guys are a really, really fast way to do it. Otherwise, you have to wait for a zombie to walk up to you and hit you. So 1 HP into this area should be good. So this guy's back. We're kind of starting this like mini boss rush. You end up redoing the first 3 bosses in the next kind of level and a half.
Looks like we got a couple more donations in here.
Go for it.
This is $100 from Mindbender444. He says, please, please save those poor innocent frames from those vicious animals. $50 from Sunrise says, here's my contribution to this fantastic event. I'm really hyped after all the runs today. Good luck to all the remaining runners.
So this is one of my favorite sets of zombies. This guy here, the zombie driving, doesn't even die. He just drives into the wall for some reason. I really like that. And this is a really good guy to use a continue on, because it's an auto scroll, so it doesn't even waste time to get hit by him. And it's right before this guy, so it's a perfect time to use a continue. Whoops. Ooh. Nice, all 1 cycles. Oops. Another reason to use a credit right there is that we're coming up on another boss, and it's a pretty tough boss. His whole gimmick is that if you make a typo, you get damaged. So we're going to have to kind of reel it in, because normally typos are actually kind of good for the run, because you don't want a combo meter.
Skodamov sends in $60. He says, Typing of the Dead is such a great game. Thank you for playing it, Peaches. Goat Ninja sends in $15. He says, love watching every year. Thanks to everyone who keeps this going all the way from South Africa.
Okay. So, because if you make a typo, you get damaged here, and I don't have very much health to spare in the speedrun, I'm going to try to, like, reel it in a bit and hopefully not make any typos. Also, hopefully I won't get any really wacky passages. Sometimes you get French stuff or, I don't know, like numbers with decimals and stuff, and it's really easy to screw up. Oops, there. That's what it looks like. Okay, not bad. Getting hit once there is not too bad. Those passages were pretty good too. So now I can make typos again, but he'll just throw multiple balls at me. Oops. Oh, well, rip me. Usually this should be the easy part, but I got screwed up on Psychiatrist.
Got time for some donations, Peaches?
Yeah.
Pneumatic sends in another $100. He says, shout out to the tech crew and the sharp and crisp video output from these old analog-only consoles. Put this to tech crew's choice. Ben Waller sends in $10. He says, second time donating. Always love the biannual GDQ streams and will keep supporting the cause. Thank you to everyone who does their part. And Ratmouth sends in $50. He says, good fun for a great cause. Huge thanks to everyone in both in front of the camera and behind the scenes who make GDQ happen. Thanks, Ratmouth. And $100 here from Jargon. He says, loved Pokemon Red back in the day and all of the missing no glitches. And let's see that bonus blue run. Anonymous sends in $50. He says, well done, everyone. Thanks, Anonymous. And another anonymous donation, this one for $20. He says, I want that Pokemon run. The real Daisy, blown away by Peach's typing speed, sends $20 and says, what is this man's typing speed? Golly gee.
So it's so hard to focus sometimes while typing, but normally on like a typing tests website, so something like TypeRacer, which I actually really like TypeRacer because you can't make typos. You have to be 100% accurate. If I'm like warmed up and get a good stride, I've hit like 170. Otherwise, I can consistently hit like 140. That's sort of like my cruising speed, I guess. But this game isn't just about how fast you can type, it's also how fast you can react. Whether or not you know the names of kings, stuff like that. So there's a little bit more to it than just typing speed that goes into the speedrun. So I think it's a pretty cool game to run, actually. It's not just RNG and it's not just typing speed. I guess if you really wanted to boil it down, you could just say it's nothing but quick time events, but isn't that what all speedruns turn into to a certain degree?
That was deep, man.
I've got $100 here from Anonymous. He says, great event, second GDQ that I am watching and donating to. Always a great cause. Come on, viewers, less than a day left. Keep donating and let's break that million again. Keep the streak going. This money goes to Announcer's Choice. That money is definitely going to go towards the cow level and the upcoming Diablo 2 speedrun. I really would like to see that, and it still has about $8,000 left. So please, let's see that cow level together.
I'm actually going to take a hit on purpose here. Oh, I'm already starting to type broken glass, so sure. I was just going to type the first one I saw. Okay. So if you type the wrong thing first, it'll trigger you getting hit. Uh-oh. Okay, good. All right, so I wanted to have 1 HP because there's one more mission coming up, and I want to take that hit on purpose.
I've got a $60 donation here from Daniel Son. He says, moo, 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 moo. Here is some money for that secret cow level and for saving the animals, except the cows. Awesome event as always. Keep up the good work. B-Pen sends in $50. He says, I love seeing my childhood games mastered. Thanks for the great entertainment. Save the animals.
So if you use a continue at the same time that you end a mission, it actually speeds it up a little bit because you don't get the mission failed screen. You just move right on instantly. So that saves like a second, so why not? It's also right before the final boss. And this guy is pretty tough. He has a phase where he just throws balls at you for a while, but then he'll start sending mini bosses at you, and if he sends chainsaws at me, then the chainsaw guy is like the fastest by far. And with the level that the difficulty's been scaled to right now, I'm almost definitely going to get hit by a chainsaw, but we'll see what my luck ends up being like. Ugh. Jeez.
Got a $75 donation here from Anonymous. It says, hey everybody, Gazmonarch here. I want to thank you for another great event. P.S. Kill the animals.
The bat is the easiest. We're in the mini boss phase now, so no chainsaw, please. The Hydra is fast, but not as bad as the chainsaw. Okay, that was good. All right, so now we just have the ending phase, which is he asks you some questions. And I usually just look for the shortest one. But sometimes they're really funny. Okay, time. What'd that end up being?
Great run, Peaches. That was 31:14.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good. I think that might be the fastest I've done in a GDQ. I did this like 2 years ago and got, I think, a 32 something. So depending on how you answer those questions, you'll get 3 different endings. There's like correct answers and incorrect answers. And depending on what combination you get, like all correct, half correct and incorrect, or all incorrect, you'll get a different ending. So we'll see what I get. Okay, so that wasn't the correct one. Okay, this is my least favorite. He bungee jumps up and then burps. So, cool ending. If you get all of them wrong, he will fall down and explode in a huge violent explosion. That's like the worst ending. And if you get them all correct, he like launches off into space with a fart. It's very... I don't know, it's- So now we have the credits. You can just type everyone's names. And as you type their names, zombies jump out of their test tubes. And I guess while this is going on, I guess I wanted to do a couple shout outs to some people who are watching. First, I want to say hi to my awesome girlfriend, Bianca. And I also want to say hi to my mom and dad who are watching. And hi to Ethan, Heath, Greg with 1G, Greg Gugu with 2Gs. And hi to anyone who is at work who's watching, especially all my friends at CBAM. And I guess there's like a little bit that's at the end of this. We're not like in a rush or anything, are we? If we are, I can just can't kill it, but we are? Okay. In that case, then there's no need, I guess, to go through all the credits. I'll just go ahead and end it. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for donating. And thank you. I do want to say thanks to the tech team because this was like totally flawless. I remember in the past there's been issues getting this old cruddy game to run, but this is awesome. It actually looks great on here, so thank you. So that's it. I'll quit out. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.
That was a fantastic run of Typing of the Dead from Peaches. I'm getting ready to hand it over here. So I just want to say thank you very much for having me hosting. This is my last host of this event. Once again, my name is Yen24. It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.